Hi guys, welcome because this is the first video. Today I wanted to go over the unboxing of this Hobonichi Weeks. I just got this. I've been trying to figure out what my journaling style is, and this year I've been working in the Hobonichi Cousin for the first time. And it's been a little bit of a learning curve because although I've always used an agenda, I've used a bullet journal before, and to be honest, I haven't been that consistent. And this time around, I really wanted to kind of focus on being organized and trying to use this as best as possible to stay consistent in it. And I liked the fact that there was journaling. I've been trying to really challenge myself with journaling prompts because I'm a terrible writer, but that's, neither here nor there. And so I felt like I was getting consumed a little bit with the looking pretty of it all, and I wanted to try to give a hand at functional planning, specifically with the weeks. And so I wanted to open this up and see what it looks like and kind of see if I'd be able to transfer over into this during the week, and then kind of revert back to this at the end of my day to kind of upkeep, so that way it's all here and I can do my daily journaling as well. And so I ordered both of these. This one came kind of wonky in the packaging. I got both of these through Amazon. This is the Hobonichi Weeks cover. And then again, this is the Hobonichi Weeks in the, I forgot what this is called. The Mother Smiles and Tears, I think. Yeah. And it's the April start 2025. So let's give this an open and see if it's something I can use. So let's put this aside for now. Oh, I kind of like this. Is it like a pencil board of some sorts, I'm assuming? And then the typical Hobonichi little magazine that they always include. I've never used these. I didn't use it when I bought the original Cousin, but I have seen a lot of people kind of keep it in their journal and like paste it in there. And I have a lot of things that I posted in there in itself, and so I think it'd be good to kind of, maybe cut this up and use it and that for that purpose, I guess. So typical. This is new as well. I've never seen these come. Well, again, Hobonichi Cousin was the first Hobonichi planner I've ordered, so I'm not necessarily sure if this is normal or not for them to come with this, but I'm assuming is it a sticker that you put on the planner? I think so. So the sticker, which now I'm not sure because there's no way that this would fit unless you do it like this. So there's that, and then this is it. It's a lot thinner and smaller than I thought it was going to be. Oh, there's something coming out of it. Oh, okay, so it does come with a pocket, a sticky pocket. And then I'm assuming this is more of like a snap closure, but I don't know. I want to say it's a sticker, but I'm not. No, I don't think it's a sticker. No. So fun. Not sure how I would use that yet, but it does come with a sticker pocket to put in the back. Off of first impressions, it's really cute. I love the gold detailing. I don't know if you guys can see in the camera, but it is really nice. I really like that it was like little doodles and kind of like you're looking at a Nintendo game board, which I think it was what it was advertised on Amazon as well too. And it says Mother 2, so I'm assuming there's a 1 as well to partner with it. Interesting. Okay, so the cover is a little, it's not what I was expecting from, I was assuming that it was going to be a little bit more of a harder cover, but this is perfect. It's definitely a harder cover than the Hobonichi Cousin, which is great, especially if you're like you're putting it in your wallet and it's more of an on to go, in more of a to go situation, which is great. So you start off with your cover, and it says a spring, so I'm assuming that means that it starts in April. That's kind of like your tell. And I did get this in Japanese, so thank goodness for the numbers, because I'm not going to understand any of that. But this, I'm very curious about how I'm going to use this. This is probably like my least favorite spread in the Hobonichi Weeks, because you can't put anything in here. I don't have the largest handwriting, but I also don't have the tiniest handwriting, and so I'm not necessarily sure how I would use this, but there's that. And let's see here. I think the monthlies are a pretty good size. I don't tend to put, we're just gonna put all of this to the side here, but I don't necessarily tend to put a lot in my monthlies. I tend to just jot down as things come up in my month for like future planning. So I think this will be definitely pretty usable for me. And obviously it starts in April, and then it looks like you get up till 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so you do get a full year. It's just obviously up to April, but you don't get those extra months like you do in the Hobonichi Cousin. So you just get that 1 full year. And then you go into your weeks. I know this paper is a little bit more on the yellow side compared to the weeks again. I know that paper is a little bit more on the white side, which I don't necessarily mind. It's not terrible. It's not like it's distracting me in any way. So that's good. And when I was bullet journaling, I used to use a notebook therapy traveler size notebook, and I did tend to go on like use this type of format. Basically most of what I was seeing online, and I kind of wanted to copy the same, but it did work fairly well for me. I did experiment a lot with what I put on this side, and even with my decorations, it was very chaotic, to say the least. I was trying to find out what worked for me and what didn't, and so that's, you know, what we'll see if I can actually do it without having to actually draw the whole thing. Besides this planning side to the right with the free planning, we'll see what that looks like. Okay, so then you have your months. Let's see what it looks like in the back. So I think this is when no. Yes, no, maybe so. Okay, definitely not. Okay, so this is definitely the back when you start getting your notes. I believe this has 84 free pages, if I'm not mistaken. Let me see. Oh, they're actually numbered, so that's fantastic. And it looks like 73 actual grid paper, free paper, and then it looks like you have a ruler, some anatomy references for sizing. Then you have my 100. This is pretty common within all of their planners. Not sure what I would use this for yet, to be honest. It's not something that I'm currently using in my cousin as well. So these doodles I think are very cute to try like once in a while. I do like to doodle. I don't do it in my journal. I do it more on my iPad, and then they kind of just tend to live there. So I mean, it's kind of fun that they're in here. Recipes, I want to say. This reminds me of the periodic table a little bit, not gonna lie. If you guys know Japanese in the comments, definitely tell me what those are, because I would love to know. And so, yeah, so that's pretty much it. I think these are just more of those like reference pages that you normally get. And that's that. And then that brings us to the end of the binder, or end of the notebook. So that is the breakdown. Let's see if now I did order a Midori cover as well. I wanted to kind of compare both of them as far as like the fit on this, and then also the feel. I see this is more of like a foggy. Oh, let's take it out of the packaging first. Let me not. Okay. So it is clear. Okay, see, this is why we take it out of the packaging before we talk. So let's see how it fits. I am supposed to be getting the Midori cover, I think in the next few days. And so we'll see what that fit looks like. There was a difference with the pricing of these covers. I want to say the Midori one was like $4 something on Amazon, while this Hobonichi Cousin one was like, I want to say $6, $7, $8, maybe $8, I want to say. Which, I mean, half the price if the fit is right. I mean, I don't see why you would have to spend if they're the same. So there's always that. I like the fit of it. It's got some give for the binding if you want to make it chunky. If you're like, you add stuff to the pages, then obviously it'll fatten up while you use it. And this is a pocket here. And then on the back, you obviously can use both sides as a pocket, and you do get this pocket too. So I'm assuming this you can either, maybe attach, well, I don't think you can use it horizontally because it'll affect the binding, but I mean, you could probably use it on here to kind of have an extra pocket if you wanted to. And then maybe you put stickers in here and then you kind of tuck this in here. I don't know. Options. There are options. So that's nice. And then I definitely think they intended this to be a pencil board, which I like the idea of a clear pencil board. I know there are some that are really designed, and if it's not intended to be a pencil board, I think I would use it as a pencil board. I mean, it's pretty much the same thickness as the other pencil board that I have in my cousin. So I don't necessarily use it as a ruler or anything, even though it does have a ruler. So maybe it being light, or not light, transparent might be something that I really enjoy. It does come with the bookmarks, which I find interesting. Normally, I don't mind these, but because this is so small, I feel like they would really bother me. So I would probably yank those out of the binding. But yeah, so I'm going to take this off just so you guys don't get the glare, and it's super annoying. But I'm also going to see, I'll let you guys know if I end up keeping this one or if I switch it out for the Midori one, because again, like I said, if they're the same, why? All right, let's put this away. Okay, so let me show you guys my Hobonichi Cousin and how I've been using that, and then we'll go from there. And that way you guys can see how I move into this. So let's put all of this over here. Okay, so this is my Hobonichi Cousin. I got this before the end of last year, so I definitely have been using it since January. If anybody's wondering, I got these little star, and in the back it says "You are my sunshine," and I got this little heart. I thought they were really cute. I've seen travelers notebooks journals with these little clips on here, and I thought they were so cute. And so I actually got these at, I think it was Michael's, and they were in the bracelet aisle, and I saw them and I was like, I need to have them. I can definitely add them to my journal. And it's really easy because they have the little clipping, so it's just like adding a little charm. And so there's that. And here is my journal. So I did decorate this in the beginning of the year. I kind of just had some stickers on hand, and I did kind of make these myself. Some of them are my own stickers that I've made. You do not yield. If you have ever read Throne of Glass, I'm with you in the heartbreak. And yeah, so I definitely had a lot of different stuff going on in these pockets. I've seen a lot of people do the washi, and I thought that was really cool, but I saw that after the fact, and I think I was already mentally exhausted from trying to figure out how to put these stickers on and make them make sense. And my commitment issues to putting a sticker down in the front and then immediately regretting them after and not wanting to change them is difficult. So here we are. I don't hate this, but I just have so many ideas all the time, and I see different stickers and I just want to switch them out. So again, I think that makes my planning difficult because I have like so many different things I want to do. But this is our year at a glance. Basically, I really just put a dot using the Zig Clean Color Dot markers on here, and I do know that these bleed pretty badly on Hobonichi paper. I know this year specifically the Tomo River paper has been a little finicky, so I'm not sure if that's true for the years past or this new batch that's coming up. But thankfully this was the page that I like glued, because it's that weird paper that like lays weird. So I definitely glued these together. I don't know if you can tell, but I had a sticker underneath here that I just didn't like, so I ended up just pasting them together. But I have a dot for each of my bi-weekly paydays, and then I did a little bit of a vision board on Canva and printed it on sticker paper and then added it on here. And this is kind of my habit tracking that I haven't done so well at, so there's always that. For these, I actually made these little tabs myself. The rest I did purchase. I cannot remember for the life of me where I bought these though. I want to say Amazon too. I get everything on Amazon, so there's that. But I've been using my monthlies very like randomly, honestly. Some months I decorate them, some months I don't. Like for example, these stickers I actually made myself, and then I actually just added them because I wanted to use my stickers, and I went back to months that, you know, didn't have anything on there and I added them. And that's kind of how I've been using it. For my weeks, I've tried a lot of different things, and so this is kind of what I mean by like I have tried the vertical layouts, and I'm not sure if I am with it. So I'm trying to figure out if maybe I started trying to do like a dashboard that I saw Dandelion Diaries do, which love her, and I wasn't sure if it was too distracting for me. Like I love how full it is. Well, I had a terrible ink spill here, so disregard that. But like I don't know if it's too busy for me. Like it's too much for me to, you know, it's hard for me to reference something here because it's just so busy. So I actually, for this coming week, I actually was trying something new. So I'm planning on doing a horizontal weekly and then doing my tracking here, which would be very similar to what I would be doing in my weeklies. And I did kind of bite the bullet in buying this, I'm going to be honest, because I did really want to give this a try on here before I committed to doing this, like, you know, forever, or not forever, but, you know, for the rest of the 2025. but I am very curious on how this is going to go. The only difference is that this journal is not necessarily something that I would put in my purse or my backpack and just run with. Like, this is pretty chunky and weighs quite a bit, especially because I've chunked it up a lot with the dailies. So I'm not sure if this would be beneficial for me I don't think it would be as beneficial for me if I didn't have it in my weeklies and I could just transfer the information over. Okay, so I think I'm going to opt out of transferring everything over. I think I am going to commit to transferring over, like doing the weekly in that horizontal layout in my Hobonichi Cousin for this week and see how I like it, especially with the right side, and seeing how those habit trackers work for me, if they do, if they don't. And that way I can get a better gauge of how to transfer that information into here so it's most effective, because it is a smaller space, and so I want to make sure that I'm utilizing as much space as I need to without it looking cluttered. And that way I have a better idea of like how many how many stickers I can use without affecting my functionality in this planner, because it is something that I want to kind of just throw in my purse and then bring it with me. And so I will be back and I'll show you guys eventually a week in here and kind of see how it flowed. And also I'm gonna try to see if I do end up merging in here, I'll end up doing some dailies in here, because my whole experiment with this is I want to know if I can fully transfer over for this coming year for 2026 into a Hobonichi Weeks Mega and use those pages as a diary, and maybe I don't need the cousin. We'll see. So that's kind of the experiment I'm in, and we'll find out. But that's all for now, guys. I will see you next time, and thank you for hanging out with me, and like and subscribe. I know this is the first video, but hopefully we're here for a long time. So see you guys soon. Bye.